When we spoke about this a few weeks ago, there was a question relating to TeeChart Export to the web page, and I thought it might be clearer to make a small demo to show the different options. We have that here. This is a VCL project with a TeeChart on it, a couple of buttons to export, and a memo on which to show the output text that we'll create. If we look at the the code itself, here are the two key units. The HTML5 canvas, which is a native canvas, which creates a static image, and the Javascript canvas, which creates a dynamic JavaScript chart, again on the HTML5 canvas. We look at the code itself to run it, simple enough. Create an exporter for each format. Here in this case we run a method with the file name that we wish to save to. This extra code here just saves the chart to the memo. We'll actually change the dimensions of the chart when we export it. The JavaScript export, very similar. Create the instance and then run the method to save it to the file name of your choice. Now here I've added some extra code to create a third chart. This is a JavaScript chart again, but it's been enhanced with some custom code that will run in JavaScript itself, and we're adding a couple of dependencies here to other TeeChart units, which is an animations unit, and some extras, and a unit that we have here, JavaScript, in the project, which helps define the animation that we're going to run. So that's it. We're now ready to run the project. Okay, now we're ready to run the application. Here on the left we have the TeeChart on the form, and firstly we'll run the export to the native canvas. This creates an HTML page with a header section and a JavaScript section within it. Down here we have a draw method that we're calling to create a canvas variable against the canvas on the page, which we have down here in the body section of the page itself. And you'll notice in this method many repeated methods. These are move to, line to, typical rendering methods, and basically that runs the whole chart as to set up a fixed image on the page. We move now to the alternative technique, which is a JavaScript technique using a JavaScript library. We run this method, and that again creates an HTML page with a header and a script section in it. But notice here that we're actually running a reference to a TeeChart JavaScript file on the Steamer web. This is a minified TeeChart library, free to use, could be copied to your own location. And this again includes a draw method, and here we're creating a chart on the canvas. The canvas is down here at the bottom of the page as before, in the body section, and here we have some instructions that are more familiar to those of you who've worked with TeeChart. TeeChart panel, title, walls, the axes, and then further down here the series being created. There's a third panel here. This is the enhanced code I showed you, where we've added a couple of dependencies to the code itself, and down here we've added a call to our enhanced features. And so now let's go and take a look at the final product. This is the first export we made, the plot sequence. Creates a static image, very faithful to the original. The second export is also faithful to the original, but this is based now on the TeeChart JavaScript library and is therefore a live chart. It can be zoomed and scrolled and further enhanced. As we can see, if we look at the enhancements that we made, which now creates a chart that's completely different. We disabled the marks, we enabled a mouse over hint. This could be further coded to run a variety of different features. I hope that helps to understand the difference between the different export formats.